Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. So as the title of this video suggests, we're discussing Thai retirement visas yet again. Specifically, we're discussing recent comments made by Police General Surachat Bigjok Hakpan with regard to Thai retirement visas in the context of an article from the Bangkok Post wherein they were primarily, ostensibly the article was supposed to be about law enforcement and what appeared to be foreign criminal elements in Thailand. And then within the article, there was this sort of tangent that went off talking about retirement visas and immigration policy. Now, as I've discussed in other videos made contemporaneously with this one, Stickman Bangkok brought up the fact that, this is, in an article he recently wrote, this is not infrequent, where you see situations involving foreign nationals accused of or involved in crimes here in Thailand. There's oftentimes a backlash from the Thai establishment, if you will, or maybe the Thai immigration system, Thai law enforcement, wherein they really start looking at, they start scrutinizing, if you will, Thai immigration law as it pertains to foreigners. This happens frequently. But that said, I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Pattaya Mail, that's pattayamail.com. Article is titled, Top Thai Cop Urges Retirement Visa Rules to be Tightened. Quoting directly, the context of this interview was the all-importance of getting rid of foreign motorbike gangs plaguing Pattaya, Phuket, and Koh Samui in particular. Now again, as they're noting in this article, that was the thrust of the original article that Big Joke was talking in. So it seemed a little odd, to say the least, that it then went in this direction where it went into like great detail about retirement visas, etc. So again, quoting further, sociologists call this approach quote-unquote deviancy amplification, as it highlights one particular criminal issue in order to justify policy action against a much wider group in society. I don't know if it is that. The term kind of stuck out at me, so I read it and I went and looked it up briefly. And I said, well, it's not too far off to necessarily call it that. But again, that's to assume that there's something criminal about just standard retirees in Thailand. And quite honestly, there really isn't. At the end of the day, it's my understanding that the whole thing is merely about allegations at this point. We don't know exactly what happened with regard to the underlying case at hand in the original article in which Police General Surachat was talking about issues related to retirement visas. So I'm not going to speculate on that per se. But I guess you could say there is something of an odd combination in talking about law enforcement on one hand and then, just general visa policy regarding retirees on another. It seems a little strange. But that being said, this retirement visa thing, to my mind, was not totally out of the blue. We've discussed issues associated with insurance and the O versus the OA category for some time now. I've never thought it was particularly outside the realm of possibility that we could see changes on that policy. Meanwhile, it's been since the late 90s that we've seen any change with regard to the financial requirements. Now, that's not to say that the passage of time necessitates a change in the rules. But it does stand to reason, it's just kind of human nature, that as time goes on, if something's just sort of been a certain way for a period of time, that from time to time they'll look in and review it, basically. And so from that standpoint, it doesn't look to me to be totally out of the ordinary, the notion that, hey, somebody's maybe looking at changing X requirement or Y requirement associated with the retirement visa scheme. However, I must admit, it was a little bit odd to see all of this analysis and discussion of retirement visas in an article that was initially primarily about law enforcement.